for everybody. I'm going to go over if I can get out of here, the top 10 for today and for last week. They are Brittany Cooley's at number 1, Bianca O'Brien's at number 2, Amy DeSanzo's at 3, Courtney Brock is at 4, Whitney Knight is at 5, Ashley Daskalax is at 6, Sylvie Stanford is at 7, Ashley Zora is at 8, Amanda, who is our guest speaker tonight, is at 9, and Amber Kozik is at number 10. So a lot of new faces and a lot of repeating faces moving up as we get closer to the end of the month, which is pretty nifty swifty. Hold on, I gotta get back to you. Okay, there you go. Hi, Miss Kate. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over a little bit of announcements. I know that there's still questions on Summit, so just keep adding them to the Summit group if you're going. We're getting closer. There's like, what, I don't even know, 20 days left, right? Does that sound right? I'm gonna check my app. If you have not downloaded the app, do so. 21 days. It's got everything on it. What was I looking at before? Oh, if you're being recognized for anything, I had a hard time finding this little recognition thing, but go there. It's going to tell you when you have to be where, if you're being recognized for any of that. On top of that, if you're going, this is going to be somewhat of a downer for some of you who like to work out. You don't have to go, but you're invited to a Dream Team cocktail party after the Dream Team event on Thursday morning. So the Dream Team event where there's going to be, I don't have my notebook, but there's like, I want to say 8 speakers. After that event, it goes from, doors open at 9:30, it starts at 10, and it goes to 1, and then we're thinking, I don't know all the details, I have a PicMonkey image up that I have to change once Melanie gets back to me. But we're thinking it's going to be like 1:30 to 4:30. We're not 100% sure, so don't hold me to that. But it's going to be upstairs, hopefully from the actual event, and it's a cocktail party, so everybody can come. Unfortunately, your 2:15, 3:15 workouts you would not make if you decided to come to that. So that's up to you. You don't have to go. I most likely will be going. I'll probably just do a run Thursday morning before I speak, and then take the rest of the day off until opening ceremony. Kyle, you're the only one going? Amanda, you're not going, right? You're on vacation. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'm sure other people are going to listen to this, so it's good. It's good news. So, I would start planning ASAP on the app. They actually have, your agenda you can click. Well, they used to. I don't know if you can. But I would start planning, whether it's pen and paper or notes on your phone, what you're going to do as far as what you're going to bring. I did a video. You want to bring your notebooks, your pens, your phone, portable phone charger, snacks. You are going to be sitting in a room full of 4,000 people from whether we're on check, silver. So we're in the morning for our workshop. So that's 4,000 people in the workshops from 9:30 to 12:30. And you're going to get hungry, you're going to get thirsty. So bring your food and your water. I suggest bringing something that doesn't stink. I just commented this on the group. So Quest bars or Lara bars, almonds, apples, something that's you like to snack on. And always have a water, possibly a backup water. That would be good. And then from there, you will be breaking for lunch. If you're doing these bag lunches or box lunches, I suggest you kind of sit towards the back of the room so you can run out and grab it, because there's going to be a big line. I mean, I stressed this in the video, I think, but my first 2 summits, one was 6,000 coaches, one was 8,300 coaches, something like that. And the line for the box lunches was out the door. Like, it was ridiculous. So just imagine, let's say 20,000 of these coaches are doing box lunches. That's a lot of people doing box lunches. So there's that. I also have, my house is right around the corner from everything that we're doing. So God forbid there's a problem, you can text me and, we can meet at the house or whatever, whatever the problem is. So there's also that option as well. But other than that, that's what we've got going on right now. Everybody's gearing up towards that. The dress, I suggest definitely checking the app because it's going to be hot. But you want to make sure that you're dressed appropriate. If you're wearing tank tops or spaghetti straps or whatever, bring a light jacket because everything's going to be air conditioned and pretty much it's going to be cold. So make sure that you bring a light cover up for that. I suggest packing light, especially if you are traveling via airplane, because you don't want to have to deal with all of that when you get there. There's not a lot of time to change between things. So for example, I'm going to Thursday when I'm speaking, that outfit that I'm wearing when I'm speaking is going to be my all day outfit. So it's going to be something that's speakable, but also, something that I can walk to and from the house from and go to the cocktail party in and also be on stage at the opening ceremony. So something that is versatile that you don't have to change back and forth because it's going to get tiring and you're not going to have time, especially if you have to shuttle from your hotel or to wherever. You're not going to have time to change. So pack smart as far as clothes. No heels on the LP field. If you're in the stadium, that's fine. Just rattling off things as I remember them. Kyle, do you have any questions while we're on here?
Not right now. I mean, this is my first summit, so I'm kind of just throw ideas out to me and I'll just write them down. I mean, I just don't dress attire, everything. I mean, I'm driving, so.
Okay, so honestly, the way that people dress is anywhere from your backyard barbecue to your Cinderella ball. Okay, so it is. Everybody, the people who like to do it up, and the people who are like, okay, I'm okay wearing jeans and a tank top, that's what they wear. So it really
it is country.
Yes, but let me tell you this: I have heard from people who live in Nashville, they make fun of the tourists coming dressed in country outfits.
Well, I don't have anything country, so I'm good.
So, you can make it fun. This is for Star Diamonds, but the Stars and Stripes Success Club party and the Star Diamond party are on the same night. So something that I'm doing is my Stars and Stripes attire is actually going to be interchangeable with a newer one, whether it's me just taking off a red, white, and blue necklace or a scarf or whatever, so that I can go to the Star Diamond party 2 hours later. Because I don't want to be changing. I don't want to have to be going back to the house, so on and so forth. Especially if you take shuttles, that's just things. So honestly, dress how you want to dress, whatever you're comfortable in. I know a lot of people are going to the seminars because they're going to be sitting for so long in their workout clothes, comfy workout clothes. Mm-hmm. Which means they'll be wearing them twice because they wake up in the morning, work out, and then go to home and shower and then put on new ones. But that's totally up to you. I'm probably just going to be dressed in normal clothes after my workout, but it really just depends on what you like. Okay. Wear comfy shoes. That's always a plus.
Yeah.
Not that you're going to be wearing heels anyway.
No.
Cowboy boots are sometimes not so comfy. So.
I don't want a pair of those, so I'll just wear tennis sneakers, whatever.
Yep.
So I'm good on that.
Yeah. All right. Well, then if you find any other questions, just post them in the group and I'll get to them. Now, I have not been to Nashville Summit, so I don't know, like track-wise and all that kind of stuff. I do suggest if you want to go to the core before things sell out, you get there early. My first summit, I went straight when I got there, and there was a line wrapped around the building for the core. So they do sell out of certain things. They do try to get more shipments of those things throughout the weekend, but it's never guaranteed, and you cannot get this stuff online. So you want to get there. Hopefully they don't run out of size. Okay. That'd be horrible. But yes, that's going to be really, really long. That line. Okay?
Yep, okay. Thank you.
No problem. So the only other announcement I have is my Successful Start program for new coaches starts the first Monday in July. So if anybody has new coaches and wants to partner up with me in that group, you are more than welcome to. It's 2 weeks long. The outcome of that is hopefully Success Club 5 and an Emerald coach. So that is going on the first Monday. I don't know what that is. It's the first Monday of July. Tonight we have a guest speaker. Her name is Amanda, and she has been in the business for 2.5 months. She has been at the top of the leaderboard for numerous weeks in a row, on the leaderboard probably since you started, hitting high success club, having high PV, signing coaches, and recently just went diamond. So I wanted her to come on in this call and talk to everyone who is going to jump on and or listen later to talk about basically how she runs her business and how straight from the gates she was successful in what she's doing. And without further ado, here you are. Do you have slides? Or you
I don't have slides. I'm just going to talk from my notes that I have.
Okay. Then I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to give you the stage.
Okay. All right. So hello, everyone on Revelation Fitness. For those of you that don't know me, I am Amanda Ambrosino to Beachbody, but I actually am Amanda Salcedo. I just became a coach on March 31st, and I am loving every second of it. So I wanted to talk to you about some things that I've done to be successful and some things that I've kind of learned along the way. So first things first is that I'm actually a teacher. I teach 5th grade in New Jersey. So during school, I made an effort to make sure that I was running my business, but not letting it overtake my other job. So I would make sure that I set up like specific hours. I make sure that I would check in with people at certain times. So for me, it was great to message people in the morning time and just start with my vital behaviors by just saying, hi, how are you? Hope all is well. Just wanted to let you know I've gone on a health and fitness journey and I'm having great success. And from everything that I've done, I'm really looking to motivate other people. So if you ever have any questions, please let me know. And 99% of the time, I would always get a response back. It wasn't always awesome, let me come and join you on your journey, but it might be something like, thanks for letting me know, but I'm not interested, or not right now, thanks a lot. But I made an effort to make sure that I was always reaching out to at least 10 people a day. I know that's a little bit more than what we're supposed to be doing, but I always made sure to do 10 people a day. So that's my first thing. The second thing that I did is I thought about networks that I am connected with. So in college, I was in a sorority. So the first network that I hit up was my sorority. So I made sure to reach out to all my sorority sisters, meaning alum that I wasn't very close with, or people who were actives right now, or people who I pledged with, and I made sure to let them know the journey that I was on as well. And from that, and I know like Kyle knows this because Kyle's part of one of my groups, I would say about half my coaches are sorority sisters, and 2 of my emeralds are sorority sisters. So it's definitely good, especially for those of you that have been a part of a team or a frat or a sorority, whatever. Those kind of people are go-getters, and they're the type of people that want to attract other people. So it's important to reach out to those kind of people because you all join an organization for a reason. And 99% of the time, those people want to join you with something else because they like what you're doing. So that's what I did during school. After that, I always make sure that when I talk to people, I'm not selling them. Like I shared before, I used to be a Mary Kay consultant, and I had really great success in the beginning, but because I treated it like selling, it really backfired. I never made the volume I was supposed to make. I became inactive, and then the people below me became inactive, and it was just really hard. So what you have to remember is that when you are talking to people, you're not talking to them as, you know, like people that you're trying to take money from. You're talking to them because you really want to motivate them. And that's all the reason why we became coaches. Some of us became coaches to become discount coaches. And then later on down the line, we decided that we wanted to do this. But for the most of us, we wanted to motivate others. And that's what we're here for, is to motivate others. So that's where the 3 vital behaviors come in. So I always make it a point to invite all the time. And on top of that, to be a product of the product. So I will not post a lot of stuff on Instagram about like, buy this and get this free. What I usually do is I just post pictures of me dripping in sweat, or I post a picture of me in something that's too big for me. I have had a huge transformation. I was a size 16 and now I'm a size 8'10". And I did that in less than a year through 21 Day Fix and through T25 and through Shakeology. So I have a huge transformation. And a lot of people say, I don't really have a huge transformation, so how can I be successful? If you're doing the 3 vital behaviors and you're making it a point to make Success Club a non-negotiable, there's no reason why you will not be a successful coach. So I make Success Club a non-negotiable. I have pushed every single month for Success Club. My first month, I was so slow in the beginning, I forced my husband to sign up as a coach. And because of that, he actually ended up, at first he was like, I like Shakeology, but now he needs his Shakeology every single day like I need it. And he ended up being one of my first Emerald coaches and helped 2 other people on their journey. And they're people that I didn't force him into. They're people that actually reached out to him and he did on his own. So Success Club should be a non-negotiable for every coach that wants to work the business and wants to move up and wants to rank up, because that's where your money comes from. So as long as you're talking to people and you get at least 3 people on Shakeology a month, that's how much your Shakeology costs. So then your Shakeology is free. If that's your goal, is just to have Shakeology for free, that's 5 to 6 Success Club points right there. So I always make it a point to at least hit 10. I try to hit more. My first month as a coach, I don't know how I did it, but I hit 34 points. I have not hit anywhere near that since then. But I think a lot of it was because of the transformation and people found out what I was doing. But ever since I became a coach, I have not been lower than Success Club 10. So that's definitely something you want to strive for. When it comes to running my business, like I said before, I don't treat people like they're people I'm trying to take money from. I always make it a point to make it that I am on this journey with you. I always let people know that I'm not perfect. So I think it was around my birthday, Chris, my husband, surprised me with an outing out in Morristown, New Jersey. And for those of you that are not familiar with the area, Morristown is like a Hoboken, except not as crazy. So he surprised me with this dinner, and I went out and I had like a cheeseburger and french fries and like 5 beers and shots. And I woke up the next morning and I felt absolutely horrible because I don't eat like that anymore and I don't drink like that anymore. And I made it a point to reach out to I have like a clean eating group that has nothing to do with Beachbody. And I reached out to that clean eating group and I said, confession. And I just shared everything about what I was doing. And people actually appreciated that I was honest. And I got like a ton of likes on that post. And everyone was like, thank you for showing us that you're honest, because people who are in the fit business always try to cover up that kind of stuff. So I think it's important to remember that you're not dealing with money signs when you look at people. You're actually dealing with people. And when you treat them like people and you're real with them, that's where the success comes from. So that's definitely something that I strive for in my business. To reach my goals, one thing that I definitely try to do, like I said, is to hit Success Club every single month. I always tried to do it in the beginning, my first week, which is why I was always hitting the Revelation Fitness board and the higher boards so quickly, was because I made it a point to try to hit Success Club the first week. So right now, for example, I make it a point at the end of the month to get people on the Shakeology sampler pack, so that by the beginning of next month, when they're gone through the whole first sampler or the first week of the sampler pack, they know what Shakeology that they like, and then they're ready to order a challenge pack. And then your first week, you have people that want to buy challenge packs, and that's how you get your Success Club points. So that's something that I've found very worthwhile. So I know, for example, right now, my upline coach, Jenna Desiderio, and we're running a Shakeology sampler pack starting next week. So we had people order Shakeology samplers, and then next week they'll run through it. And the week after that is the first week in July. And then we'll get people on challenge packs. So that's definitely a really good way to work the business, because you get that little bit of commission coming in at the end of the month, but then you set yourself up for success for the beginning of the month, if not even towards the middle or the end of the month. Another thing that I do is I make it a point to reach out to all my challengers and my coaches at least once, if not twice a week. So right now I have 14 coaches, but only 5 of them are working, and 4 of them are Emerald coaches. So I make it a point to at least call them or text them and get like a 5 to 10 minute conversation in with them. And again, I'm very real with them. And I think that's what helps the business is when you're very real. So if I don't know the answer to a question because I'm new myself, I tell them, I don't know the answer to your question. So I'm going to go find that out for you. And I think that definitely helps too to build your business because then you're learning more as well. And then also my challengers. I have a lot of challengers who right now, because it's summertime, for some reason are falling off. So I have a lot of people who are putting their Shakeology on hold. And, I explained to them that while I think it's great that they've been on Shakeology, to kind of backtrack is really going to hurt their bodies. And you're going to like literally go through withdrawal if you did when you're drinking coffee and then you stop drinking coffee. So it's definitely important to reach out. Don't just say like, oh, they're dropping off of Shakeology, I'm just going to leave it alone. You really should make the effort because that's where it goes back to treating them like people and not like money. And I think that's when you have more success. And at least that's what's worked for me. Another thing that I've done is I have a like page. I'm working on my like page. So my like page right now doesn't have a lot of people, but I've boosted it a couple times, and I boosted it the other day for like $5 and I got 34 likes in 12 hours. So for someone who doesn't really have a big following and for someone who's just a new diamond coach, I thought that was pretty good. I also make it a point to have a clean eating group, like I said before, that has nothing to do with Beachbody. So I have over like 1,000 friends on Facebook, and I think I have like 400 people in that group. And that's just where I'll post like recipes from Beachbody that have nothing to do with Shakeology, or I'll post something about like, I think there was one the other day about like exercising and how it makes you lose weight. And I make sure that that's centered not around Beachbody at all. On that page, sometimes I'll shout out my like page. I'll say like, I'm interested in learning how I lost 15 pounds in 21 days. Head over to Teach Fit, Get Fit, Stay Fit to find out more. And then that's when I get more volume over there. So it's definitely important to show people that Beachbody is not just about the products, but it's also about clean eating and learning about portion control. And I think when people think of Beachbody, they just think insanity and the shakes. And I think that we're a lot more than that. So it's important to make sure that you're emphasizing on that as well in your business. And I think that's about it. Did I cover everything?
Yeah. I wrote down some questions that I want you to maybe elaborate on that you talked about.
Yeah.
One of which was, you mentioned that you make it a goal to talk to 10 people a day. So now that you've been in the business for 3 months, pretty much, you have to be adding new people to Facebook to touch base with. So question number 1 is, where do you find these new people?
Okay.
That you're going to add to Facebook as new contacts. And question number 2 is, how do you form with them before starting to talk to them about something, you know what I mean, like Beachbody related or challenge group related or something like that?
So to find the people I've done 2 things. I found people on Facebook and I found people on Instagram. So for Instagram, what I did is I have a separate Instagram account for just fitness. So I have my personal one and I have my For Love of Fitness one, which is my team name. On Facebook, I make it a point to look for things that I have in common. So one thing I've done is I've tapped into the fact that I'm from Phi Sigma Sigma. And because I'm from that organization, I look for other Phi Sigs on Facebook and I add them. And then I start off by saying like, oh, you're a Phi Sig, I'm a Phi Sig too. When did you pledge? Oh, my pledging was horrible. My pledging was awesome. And we make that connection. And then they'll usually say things like, what do you do now? And that's when I start bringing up Beachbody. So that's one way I do Facebook connections. Another way I do Facebook connections is I'll type in like teacher or wedding, and I'll reach out to people about like teaching and making those connections about teachers, because teachers are always wanting to talk to other teachers about everything, whether it be getting materials from each other or getting worksheets or ideas. And then when it comes to wedding stuff, just because I had a huge transformation, I always love to reach out to other brides and let them know what kind of transformations they could be having as well. So those are the 3 ways that I reach out to new people on Facebook. On Instagram, this is kind of sketchy, but I do it anyway. I look for people that do tone it up. I look for people that do paleo, people that do clean eating, and people that do that 28-day jumpstart challenge, I think it is. And I follow them and I stalk them out for like their 28-day challenge, or I stalk them out for their 21 tone it up thing. And then after and I always make sure to like their stuff, and I say, keep up the great work, you're doing amazing. And then after they're finished, that's when I'll reach out to them about Beachbody. And I've actually got, I guess I think it's like 10 or 12 people from Instagram to come onto Facebook and be part of my clean eating group. None of them have ordered anything from me yet, but the fact that we have a rapport, and the fact that we have a relationship growing, and the fact that they're part of my clean eating group and being active in it, I think says a great deal, because I don't know these people. And who knows down the road, I think what size, when that comes out, and I think when Fixate comes out, I feel like those people will be more interested in it. But I also kind of have an upper hand because my sister in California does tone it up, and she tells me all these horrible things. I was like, she can't eat like pasta and cheese and like all this other nonsense. So that definitely like helps to play into that when it comes to finding and meeting new people.
Cool. Does anyone have any questions about that? No? Okay. I liked what you said about the being real. So basically, something comes to mind. I had a while back somebody do, I think it was our emerging leaders call for that group that we did, and she was at the time the number 3 coach in Beachbody, and she talked about her tagline was "Be real, be raw, be you." And she's found that in doing so, it has helped her business tremendously because people are relating to her. So something that may scare you to hit the enter button or the post button, close your eyes and do it anyway, because that's when people are actually going to relate to you. They don't want to be seeing the ads, like you said, about, 21 Day Fix or whatever. They want to be seeing you in front of the camera. We talk about this all the time. I love that you touched on Success Club and how it's a non-negotiable. And if you come into every single month with that mentality, there's no doubt in my mind you could not be successful. As long as you're hitting Success Club 5, you'll be moving forward in your business. So I believe that wholeheartedly. It's something that I preach all the time. I really liked your idea about the sampler pack groups, so that going into the next month, you have your challengers and so on and so forth. So that's a really good idea. Maybe we'll do like a team-wide one. We could do that starting like the end of July. And then your clean eating group. I know that a lot of people have different types of groups. Now, she's talking about a clean eating group. That's her thing if she, pulls from wherever she pulls from for her stuff. But you don't have to do that. This is just a way to get new contacts and more people to your page because they have to friend you to be added to this group. So don't feel like you have to do a clean eating group if that's not your thing and you want to do free fitness groups, or you want to do, Kate does interior design. So she wants to do like interior design ideas, like something that's catered to you, that these people, you'll be able to see them in there and they're friends on Facebook. So you can start up conversations and then they start seeing your stuff and they're like, oh, hey, what's this you're doing? That type of thing. So free groups like that are ongoing that you can continually add people to, that eventually start to run themselves, where you could step away for a week and it still runs itself. It is ideal. I've discussed it before. My friend Natalie, she has a group that's just a general support group that they don't have to be on a product or a program. It's just general support. It has over 600 people in it. She started when she first started her business. That's where she gets all of her challenges from. So she'll post in there when her new challenge group is coming up, and people who were not ready before are ready now. And it just takes time and dedication to get that up and going, to remember to post in it every single day until it starts running itself, to continually add to it. I know another top coach, she has one of those. This is the only type of challenge group she runs. So if a challenger orders a challenge pack, they're put into the general group. And they go through that group and they can stay in it or whatever. And it's just continually run. That's how she runs her business. She focuses more on the coach end of it, but the challengers are still in a group. And if a challenger from that group becomes a coach, they're taken out of that group because that's her specific group. And she teaches her coaches how to do the same thing. But it's the same idea, same way. And sometimes she advertised that that's a free group to get more people involved in that group and then hopefully become challengers. And then sometimes she just talks about her challenge group. So all of these ideas, start thinking about how they're going to help your business and what you can do and what you can master. You're not going to master the same thing that Amanda masters. Okay. So you don't want to do it just like she does, but you want to take her ideas and leave some of them and tweak them and make them your own so that you have your own specific brand and idea that's going to work for you. So
I was going to just quickly add to another thing I do is while there's all those other small groups like I don't know, like the 21-day fix challenge or like the bikini body challenge, all the challenge groups, I have a specific group that's just for love of fitness challengers, and all my coaches and challengers are in that group. And kind of like what you were saying, that group really runs itself. And actually, Kyle had reached out to me like I think a month or two ago and had asked me how it's run, and I added him to it so he could see. And Kyle will vouch. Sometimes I won't get on there until like the afternoon, but by the time I get on, there's like 12 notifications because they're all running it on their own.
And now I started to do that for mine. And it's, like you said, it's like running its own. And I've only done it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
It definitely, it's great. And it's all the people that are in there. I think only like 2 or 3 of them know each other. And on top of that, they're all starting to video each other too and post things about being like really real with one another. And like, they really have become like a fit family in there. And it's really very supportive. So I definitely recommend that as well.
Yep. As long as you can remember to post in it. That's my problem.
Yeah.
You know, I have so many groups I have to post in that I'm like, one that I have to post in daily. You'd think that would be the easiest one, but it's really not. So, but yeah, it's definitely something to consider and to figure out what works for you and your team and go from there. So if nobody has any other questions for Amanda, we will say thank you. You did an awesome job. It was amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
You didn't even look nervous. It's all good.
Thanks. I made sure to like really hit the workout hard before this though. So I was like, you know, I'm a little chill right now.
I wish I could work out. Oh, I'm on day 4 of the reset. I can't work out. I know. And it's a huge stress reliever for me, and I'm a big stressful person. So, and yoga is not going to cut it because it's just to sit there quiet in my own head. That's not possible. So yeah, I'm not going to keep everyone. I actually don't feel well. So I'm actually going to go to bed. So if you guys have no questions, I will post a recording of this call and once it's uploaded to YouTube, and then you guys can share it with your teams, and hopefully we can get some balls rolling here. Cool. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.